Have you ever had issues with random layers on your print bulging out from the rest of the print? Well, in this video, we'll go over some tips to prevent getting those layer bulges. First up, if you are using an older style printer, maybe an inexpensive one, then we might suggest turning off your Z-hop. This is especially true for the older style printers like the original Ender 3, which are not quite as precise. So if you tell the printer to do a 0.2 millimeter Z-hop, it might only go up 0.19 millimeters, and then it goes back down 0.2 millimeters, and you'll get a bulging layer. So for older, inexpensive printers, we would suggest turning off your Z-hop and make sure you have avoid prints and avoid support material while traveling. Next, if you just have a bent lead screw or bent rods, this can cause a lot of issues where you're not actually raising in the proper amount of Z height, and then you'll get a layer bulge. So make sure that your rods and lead screws are not bent. And then along the lines of your lead screw, make sure it's nice and lubricated and it can easily move up and down in the Z axis. Any sort of resistance, you might not move up the proper amount in the Z axis and get a layer bulge. Another reason for layer bulges is what's called Z banding, and this can be from your lead screw not falling directly straight into your stepper motor. Again, this is especially true with older style printers like the original Ender 3, but if there's any sort of tension pushing the lead screw at a bit of an angle into your stepper motor, you're gonna wanna fix that. You want your lead screw to go perfectly straight up and down, and the best way to tell is to raise your printer all the way up to the highest part of your Z and see if there's any issues. Generally speaking, when you have a rod that is tilted like this, you're not going to be able to reach the top layer. And then of course this resistance will lead to layer bulges. You can Google some further videos about Z banding because there's a lot of videos on this on YouTube on how to fix this issue. And there are other minor tips here or there. You know, if you built your own printer, maybe you can add an anti-backlash nut to your lead screw, which kind of gives it a little bit of leeway. But overall, if you follow these tips, the amount of layer bulges you get should be reduced drastically.